Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Erica and I create beauty videos, hair videos, as well as lifestyle videos, you guys. So if any of those things interest you, definitely subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell to see all my future uploads, and do not forget to click all. So we are going to be doing a series. I wanted to do a beginner friendly makeup series titled Back to the Basics. I wanted to do this series because I just feel like there are a lot of people that still want to learn how to do their makeup, and I just feel like we don't have a lot of videos out here that truly breaks down. We do, but they're like super older, you know. So I want to do something a little bit more updated, that we don't have true beginner friendly content, including my channel. Like, I just don't see it out there. So I wanted to create something, break it down products by product and what they were for those people who are interested in learning how to do their own makeup, who become frustrated, overwhelmed, and just kind of give up. Like, I just wanted to give you something to help alleviate that headache, so you can be a little bit more independent. And girl, you can do your makeup yourself. Like, we DIY over here. Like, we do our things ourselves, you know. So if you are interested in this series, then continue to watch. Alright, you guys, so for part one of this series, I wanted to focus on the buying process of getting makeup. Like, I feel like this could be so, like, I feel like my light is off, but I feel like this is like the most overwhelming part. Like, what do I buy? Like what do I need? Like, what do I buy? Everybody say this is good, everybody say that is good. Like, where do I start is like the crazy part of the journey. But once you figure out what works for you, what you think you need, I think you will be you'll be better off. When doing your makeup, you know, you got your foundation, your concealer, your powders, your eyeshadows, you got your liners, your lashes, your glosses, your lipsticks. Like, it's like, girl, what do I start? Okay, what are you looking for in a foundation? Like, those are some questions you can ask based off your skin concerns. I'm going to use myself. I have oily skin in the T-zone area. I have visible pores in my cheek area, and I have some acne scars and spots. So those are my skin concerns. So once you ask yourself that question, I think it makes things a little bit easier. If you have oily skin, you're gonna kind of look for something matte. If you have dry skin, you're gonna look for something a little bit more hydrating. I do have my hydrating Fit Me here on hand. It's a dewy smooth foundation. So those are the questions that you want to ask yourself first, and then it kind of goes a little further. If you have pores, are you looking for something to help minimize the pores? If you have acne scars like myself, okay, Erica, am I looking for something coverage wise? So skin concerns is one. Are you oily? Are you dry? Are you sensitive? Those are the things, like, when I first started like playing in makeup, were the main things for me. Acne prone, oily skin. I had hyperpigmentation, so I knew I wanted something that covered it. So yeah, skin concerns, and then coverage. Like, what are you looking for in a foundation? Do you want a light coverage, something like just kind of like a little veil? Are you looking for something medium coverage? Are you looking for something full coverage to kind of conceal everything? So that's number two when looking for complexion products. I went blank for a second, but that's how you determine what you're looking for in a foundation. So I believe the third thing is like the swatching process, and I showed you that in this series, how to find your shade. But I know going into your drugstore, it can kind of be hard trying to figure out what your shade is, especially if you never bought a foundation or anything like that. But the best advice I can say, like, I saw someone say, take a picture of yourself in a well-lit room, or go outside and take a picture of yourself. Use that picture and like go down. honey, go down in the foundation area and just kind of try to figure out your foundation shade if you're going for a drugstore. Now, I have seen some open bottles in Walmart, CVS, so I know people do that too, but I'm not telling you to do that. Just kind of take a picture and just see where you kind of are, and it's gonna be a hit and miss. I still do that. Like, it's a hit and miss until I find something that is my shade. If you don't want to do that, you can go to Sephora, you can go to Ulta, what else, like Belts counter where they have the makeup counters. You can do MAC, all that, and find something of your shade. So those are a couple of options. And learning about your undertones and things, those, like I said, it can be very overwhelming information, but if you just take the time to just read a little bit, just learning about your undertones. The one test, let me go in here, I got my notes, y'all, but the about your undertone, the undertones, is it cool or is it warm, are you yellow or anything like that? And the ways you can determine is by checking your veins. You can literally look at your arm. Are your veins blue, or are they green, or they're kind of in between? Do you look good in silver? Do you look good in gold? So those are ways to determine your undertone, so you can kind of get the gist of what your foundation kind of looks. My veins are green, so I am kind of on the warmer spectrum. I'm a little bit more golden though. It took me a while to learn what I was, so it's a process, but if you want to start a journey, I feel like, you know, you're going to enjoy the process even on bad days. But those are the main things. Like with buying complexion products, primer is a big thing for me. I feel like everyone should use a primer. It helps your foundation, your makeup stay on a little bit longer. So what primers to buy? I feel like Maybelline does really great with this. Also, e.l.f. products does really great. I have two. I have the hydrating primer and I have the blur pore minimizing primer. So again, what are your skin concerns? Whatever they are, that's what you're gonna opt for. If you're dry, go for a hydrating primer. If you're oily, go for something matte. If you have pores like myself and you want to blur things, go for a primer. Like, they literally have all this stuff, you guys. Just, I think asking yourself those basic questions is going to make it easier. Write it down, like I had to do that. It's going to make the buying process a lot easier. I use one color corrector in this series, the orange. I feel like that's a basic one. Peach orange can do a lot of justice in your foundation routine. Next, I did brow products, and literally, you guys, you can go crazy with brow products. In the series, I did recommend a few things. You can use pencil, you can use pomades, you can use a powder. They have the trio sets. Let me find it. My stuff is like all over the place, and that's why I'm all over the place. But you can literally use whatever you want as far as your brow products. Once you do your brows, eyeshadow, my best recommendation for beginner friendly eyeshadow products is looking for like trio products or quad products, 4 shadows in one, or something like this. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. It just makes it a lot easier, because when you have something this big, which can be great, when you have something this big, it can be overwhelming as to what eyeshadow look you're gonna do, girl, and it can just be so frustrating and just too much. But on the flip side, if you go ahead and get something with neutral colors, you'll always have something to kind of play in. So talked about liner and the different styles of liner. You have your gel liner, your cream liners, you have your pencils, you have your liquids, and you also have like your pens. Go crazy, whatever you are comfortable with, I say get. And then we also discussed lashes. For me, beginner friendly, I just feel like Ardell is your best friend. Ardell has a lot of lashes, like wispies, they have the dramatic, you know, whatever you are looking for. But to those people who don't want the dramatic look, who, no, you're not there yet, like you're not there yet, I say try the Ardell Naturals. Like, I have them on now. Like I said, we did the whole shebang, and they look so good. They look so natural. It gives you a nice little lift to the face. So next, I wanted to talk a little bit about concealers. I did touch on concealers. e.l.f. has great concealers. LA Pro y'all already know, has a full line of shades, and I feel like starting out with that is so great. Like I started out with LA Pro. I still have a bunch of LA Pro concealers in my makeup kit, so it definitely works. Just finding shades, I'll say go 1 to 2 shades lighter for highlighting, and then 1 to 2 shades darker for contouring or bronzing if you like that. But when it comes to shopping and you're looking for affordable products, LA Pro, ELF is your best friend, you guys. BH Cosmetic has a ton of stuff. Black Radiance is good as well. Morphe, I feel like eyeshadow products is great. Even like ColourPop with their stuff is great. It's affordable. I think it's a great start. So bronzing products that I enjoy using a face powder to bronze with. And I went into detail on the video about that. Also, the Black Radiance contour palettes are really great, and they're very affordable. And then as far as blush, I showed you guys the BH Cosmetics blush palette, and I like palettes like this because you get more for your money, and it's just a great way to start and build your makeup kit. As far as highlighting, I'm gonna show you two. I'm gonna show you my favorite because you already know the ELF highlighter, very affordable. And then I'm gonna show you BH Cosmetics has their highlighting palette. So I just think starting out with palettes, whether it's 3 or 4 to 5, is a great way to build your makeup kit without it being super expensive, without it being very just frustrating. So, I did foundation, we did some concealer, we did some brows in this series. Like we went through the whole shebang. We did a whole face using drugstore friendly, pocket friendly products, and I broke everything down. The last thing I would say is the easy. I think like eyeshadow and lips are the easiest thing. I think the biggest thing is buying complexion products, but having nudes and glosses are the easiest things. You can literally buy lipstick, whatever you like, and put that into your. But the last thing I wanted to touch on as far as buying is your brushes, investing in your brushes. I have a few here. They're Zeddies. Don't judge me, so I just use them. But I was gonna start out with the Real Techniques brush. Their face. What brush is this? This Expert Face brush is great for foundation. I bought this years ago and I actually enjoy it. ELF has great brush sets as well. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. I use that for foundation. These 3 are BH Cosmetic. These come in a huge set and you get a lot again for your money. So I recommend BH Cosmetics to start out with, or an ELF brush set to start out with. These 2 my aunt got, but it came in a big huge set, and these are great. This is BS Mall foundation flat face for rounded brushes. So I hope this is not too confusing, but to answer the question, you know, what do I buy? There's so much you can buy and it can become expensive, but I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of how to buy and just create a list of things that you're interested in to trying, and then you know, you just buy those products and then you play around with it. Like makeup is fun. Makeup can be very fun. Do not let it stress you. Do not let it frustrate you. I did a blog, shameless plug. I did a blog on how it can be very therapeutic, and if you grown, I like to drink wine or whatever, make a mixed drink and have my playlist going, and I just like to practice and play in makeup, trying like new techniques and things like that. So yeah, y'all, like, make it fun. I hope y'all enjoy this series. Like, this is part 1. I hope I don't scare you off with part 1. I encourage you to watch part 2, but I'm gonna end it here. I hope to see you guys in the next few videos. So yeah, let's get this thing started.